Kapitan Day, Kayana Corine Pearce. And my name is Corine Pearce, and I'm from Redwood Valley, and I am Homo with Indigenous history from Lake and Mendocino County. And I am at the Grace Hudson Wild Garden today, and today we had a really wonderful class about manzanitas and all of their magical uses. And I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek about what that was, and hopefully you can come next time. So these are our Manzanita berries, and it is the end of July right now, and these are ripe right now. So they start coming ripe around June and ripening all the way through August. This year was kind of a little bit different, so the berries are just already ripe. So go out and get them right now. So there's some things you can do with the berries, there's things you can do with the leaves, there's things you can do with the bark and the flowers. So I'm gonna start with the flowers really quickly. And I don't have very many left in here because we used them up. But they are beautiful little pink, white, magenta bells. They look like little bells hanging. And they are a winter bloomer. So what that means is they bloom in January or up into the beginning of February. They're definitely done blooming by Valentine's Day, which is midway through February. So as one of the earliest native bloomers, they are food for the bees, which is very, very important. They are musically pollinated, which means that the little bee needs to come and sit on the flower, and then he actually needs to flap his wings to the note of C in order for the pollen to be released. So when you get around a manzanita tree, it will be very loud, and that's all the bees singing to the flowers so that they can get the pollen. You can harvest the flowers, which I do, and then you dry them. So whenever you dry something, you always do it out of the sun in a cool, dry, warm spot. And then you make tea with it. So the tea is slightly bitter. You cannot really taste the bitterness, but it's really good for promoting digestion. It's really good for promoting bile flow. So it's a great thing to take after winter. So of course it is blooming in January after you ate Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and now you're ready to cleanse. So this is a great way to start. And then the berries, those flowers turn into berries, and there's a few things you can do with the berries. So you can make cider, which is one of my favorite things to make, and it's very, very easy. So you take your jar, and I never measure anything, it's easier that way. Whatever size jar you're going to use, this size, a gallon size, whatever you want. And then you're going to fill that jar, and I really recommend between about 1/3 and half, depending on the flavor that you want. So what I do with those berries is I then grind them up, and you can use an old grinder like this, or you can use a food processor like this. And you're going to put it in here, and you're going to give it a few shots, and then it grinds it up, and there's seeds inside there. But the seeds are so hard that the food processor doesn't even touch them, so don't worry about those. You're going to pour it back into this jar. You boil a kettle, just like this, and then you're going to fill it. You're going to boil that kettle and fill it with hot water, and then you're going to set it outside for 3 to 4 days, and you're going to let it infuse in the sun. So it's going to heat up with the water or with the sun every day, and then it's going to get cool with the moon every night. So you're doing a solar and a lunar infusion, and it does take about 3 days for the flavor to come out. 4 days is very good flavor. So easy. That's the Manzanita cider. Let's see, you can also make what I call Manzanita sugar, which is taking that same process, except you're going to remove all of the hard little seeds, and they can be very small. So you want to separate them out so you just have flesh, and then you're going to grind the flesh to a really fine powder, and you can use that. I call it sugar, but it is not like sugar. It doesn't dissolve. It can't replace sugar in a recipe. It has no real sugar in it. It just tastes very sweet. But it also has kind of a bitter taste to it, or tart taste, which is one of my favorite combinations. So what I actually do with it is I grind it up, and my favorite way to snack it is on popcorn. So this is our popcorn. I air popped it. I put coconut oil on it because I can't do butter. I put a little bit of sea salt and Manzanita powder, and it is so good. But you can also put that sugar into smoothies. You can put it on top of your whipped cream on your sundae. You can put it on your waffles, in your pancakes. Anywhere that you would put like a protein powder or any kind of special addition, you can use that. Another one of the greatest things about Manzanita is that it treats poison oak. So the part that treats the poison oak is actually the small branches with the leaves. So what I did here, and there's several ways to use it to treat poison oak. So you get the branches, you take the little branches off. This is in a jar of vinegar. You could also use white vodka. It's fine either way. So this is it preserved. You can use this on your skin, in your bath. You can also use the leaves fresh, chew them, and put it on there. It's called a spit poultice. You can take those branches and you will boil them. So you'll put them in here and you'll fill it with water. You'll boil it, and then you're going to reduce it. Whatever pot size you use, you're going to reduce it by half. And it's going to leave you with a really dark black liquid. So you can use that liquid on your skin, or you can put it in a cold bath, and it helps suck the oils out of your skin and helps dry you up real quick. So that's another really good thing. You can also use that concentrated liquid and add a fixative to it. So you can add vinegar to it, or you can add vodka to it, or you can just put it in the fridge. But it will mold because it's natural, so don't leave it in there forever and expect it to be good. Okay, so I don't remember if I mentioned making a tea out of the flowers.
Yep.
There's that. Then cider, sugar, poison oak treatment. I think that is everything. So we spent 2.5 hours talking about Manzanita during the class. So you're just getting a really quick taste. Next time you should come to class. Thank you.